The following is a podcast meant for adults and discuss things like sexual content and alcohol use. Listener discretion is advised.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Drunk Texting Podcast. Did you miss us? Because we missed you. Kind of. I kind of missed you. Like, to be honest, where I was at, I didn't really miss anybody, especially not the people at my job. And I told them as much when I got back. I was like, dog, I'm going to be honest, I didn't miss not a single one of y'all. And if
Dang,
I could,
don't like that.
and if I could have, I would have absolutely stayed in Canada. I would have. I would have just stayed there, and that would have been it. And y'all never would have heard from me again. All y'all would have found out is the news that I no longer work there. I mean,
Don't like that.
I absolutely would have done them like that. I wouldn't have sent them a note. I wouldn't have sent an email. I would have been like, hey, pack up whatever in that office is mine and mail it to my new address, dog.
Not the new address.
Yes, 100% the new address. But yeah, we did miss y'all because we had an off week because, like I just said, I was in Canada. I was out the country, so yeah. So I just we took a week off. I want to also introduce. He's not the official mascot of the podcast. He's one of the things that I got from Canada.
He's the mascot of the day.
Mascot of the day, perfect. His name is Philip. He is a wonderful beaver. He actually comes from it is now a tourist spot, but it used to just be a local like little eatery called Beaver Tails, and they treat. Oh my God, it is a desserty type treat that I have been educated that is a bastardization of what the indigenous people at one point ate, and then it was bastardized and turned into a desserty item. So that's a little somewhat history lesson for you guys. Canada can't escape their cultural items being bastardized either. Before we really dive into today's episode, please remember, we say at every turn in every episode, always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, sometimes drink and text. With that being said, I am your one half of your co-hosting team, JB, and I'm joined this week by my co-hostess with the ma-hostess, as I always am. Please tell the people who you are, what your adjective is.
I am the forgetful. Is what I'm gonna be for today. Forgetful, Kristal DeShan.
I can agree. She's very forgetful. She
Yep.
forgets details of
Yeah.
things all the time. Really, honestly, between her and my wife, they share like 3 brain cells.
It's
You good? Are you all right?
you know the beanbag of cords over here. Your watch just fell off the beanbag. There's nothing.
Ah!
I'm just sitting here, and all I see is the watch off the beanbag. I'm like, there's nothing over there
So
to move it.
for our audio only listeners of the podcast, what just happened? Krista was in the middle of her little statement, and then all of a sudden she just stopped, and her head does a direct 90-degree turn to look over to something off camera. That's why I was like, "Are you good? Do I need to call somebody?" Like that. That terrified me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Might be called Ghostbusters because why did the watch just commit sewer slide off the beanbag? It came off the charger and everything. It doesn't want to beat. What did you do to your watch, man?
That's crazy. Oh my goodness, y'all! Hey, y'all need to sage y'all's apartment. That's what that is.
Something.
Oh man,
What?
I'll have Gabby bring up some sage next time. Next time y'all next time she comes up to the area.
Good, because what the hell?
Oh man, but Miss Forgetful Kristal, what are you drinking on this lovely day?
Well, Tum Tum's not feeling too hot today. So I am pulling a non-alky. I just got some what is this? Cran. Cran apple. What a great juice.
It's what?
Cran apple.
Cran
Cran
apple.
apple.
So you're back
One of
on
Cranberry's bastardized children,
you're
yes.
you're back on Cranberry's neck.
I stay on Cranberry's neck. I'm
That's
just not always on his neck. And here, Cranberry and his children stays on rotation in this house.
that. You know what? I can never be mad at it. I really can't. That's what's up. Um,
That's it. I be on all day necks,
mm, mm, mm.
24/7.
But before I give y'all what I'm drinking, yes, we love it. We love taking care of yourself. You said your stomach wasn't feeling that well, so you're not gonna put no alcohol with it. We stand that. We love it.
There's already medicine in it. Let's not put no alcohol with it.
That you know what? That's valid. That is valid. I, on the other hand, am not suffering from stomach ailment. I am currently drinking tequila, margarita mix, and a Seagram that I put on top so I could level it out. Y'all can see where the level is at because of how cold it is. It's a color changing. So
What flavor Seagram?
I think it was a Jamaican Me Crazy. To be honest, I'm not even sure. It was pink.
Delicious. It probably was Jamaican Me Crazy. That one's pink.
Hey man, I'll never forget one of my first drinks in college from one of the chillers drinks, not like straight liquor. Was
Right.
I think it was a Seagram's Jamaican Me Happy because I remember buying it from the gas station because the liquor stores were closed because it was too late. So I ended up just
Listen,
buying two things of it, and it was the Jamaican. I think it was Jamaican Me Happies.
since me and Seagram's go back to our college days, man.
Hey, I feel like everybody got at least one Seagram's related story.
I'm talking we had a bag of bottle caps.
Man, what? Man,
Ask about it. She'll tell you about the bag of Seagram bottle caps.
man, I bet you. I probably could have made some profit had I actually turned in them doggone bottle caps, dog.
Right.
Like if I took them
Ooh, but
things to the junkyard or whatever, to the metal metal recycling place, I probably could have made me a
yeah.
little profit.
But speaking of, go get where's give me my give me my opener. You gotta look at this shit. I found it.
Oh Lord.
I found a relic from the college days.
Oh, so this was
Yeah,
one you had. This was one you had in college.
yeah. Oh,
Oh Lord.
reliable.
Oh Lord.
It's not all reliable, but it's also a drawback to something we've talked about before.
Oh no.
Ow.
Oh no. Oh, oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. So, for the audio listeners, Crystal just pulled up a freaking Yik Yak bottle opener. Oh my goodness, I forgot they gave those out. Oh
And
my
I've had it
god,
ever since. It's come with
dog,
me. We used to pop the Seagram's bottle with these in college.
man, used to.
Right.
And I mean, and look,
Yeah,
look,
everybody knows that.
back in the day, back when they had the kickbacks, and somebody didn't have a bottle opener, you used to be the one where you said, "Hey, I got one." You used to be the life of the party with that,
Popping those. And the fact that I
man.
found it, I was like, oh hell yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. You know
I
what?
don't care for the twist off. I'm gonna pop it off now, goddamn.
That's
Just because I got the opener.
just because I got the bottle opener. Look, I understand. I would have did the same thing. I ain't gonna cap. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm still mad they tried to bring it back and it just did not do nearly as well.
Why would they try to bring it back?
So it died. They've tried to bring it back twice. Actually,
It ran its course. It had its hype. The hype is over.
it was like the hype from like 2014 to 20 like late 2016, early 2017. That was it.
That was it. That was the hype. That was the hype days.
It was the
After that, it was
downfall.
gone.
The downfall of the app was when they started letting people use usernames. That was
Yeah.
in my opinion, that was the downfall of the Yik Yak app, because it wasn't strictly anonymous at that point. Like at that point, like people had identifiers.
So if you can't be anonymous, where's the fun?
Facts. I look, because I remember I used to be the one. I used to be on. I was on Yik Yak at like 3 in the morning talking about something. Hey man, whoever clapping cheeks, can y'all chill out? I'm trying to get some sleep. Like we can hear it all the way from the hallway and all the way down. Like please,
That's crazy. Cause why are you doing that loud?
bro. I had a bunch, and the funny part is I did it multiple times, but I only ever had it like actually be that like twice. But I legitimately, and I would never say what building. This was while I was still living on campus. So I would never say what building. I would just say that and watch the people like respond underneath. Like, dog, you hear that too? Bruh, chill out. Bruh, come on, bruh. Everybody trying to sleep. Don't be rude like that. Listen, it's the third time this week, man. Come on. And it's like,
Alright,
dog, that's funny.
that's Wally.
One time I had
Got a little
somebody
bit friendly.
somebody one time I had somebody respond to me like, dog, I'm sorry, bro, it's just too good. And everybody flooded this dude and was like, stop lying, stop the cap, you a liar, why are you lying? Like everybody was like, bro, we know you not clapping no cheek. And I was like, dang, how you do them like that? I
Call
have
him
a
out like that.
I have a feeling that that was the old buddy's friends.
Damn.
Cause it was literally, dog, my bad, it's just too good. And not even like a full minute later, I had like 6 responses to that response.
They just dogging him out for no
Bro, it was
reason.
it was great. I loved it. Man, them Yik Yak days used to be the oh
That was entertainment when you had nothing else to do.
start drama out of nowhere. Look, just be in the student union talking about something. Hey man, somebody in the student union stank like a motherfucker.
Just for no reason, just
Just
to
for
start the
no
chaos.
reason. Being there talking about some, hey man, whoever that owed them stank, bruh. I'm trying to study. I can't even focus because you smell so bad.
And somebody in there is gonna be looking around. Looking
Look,
crazy as it.
folks start checking, be like, hold on, is that me? Is it me?
Then you trying some folks start walking around trying to figure out who it is.
Right.
It's just on the second floor. Like, yo, don't call nobody out like that,
And
bro.
I still to this day will never forgive that one couple that made it so that way you can't lock the doors in the study rooms ever again,
It was so dumb.
bro. You know about what happened?
Yeah.
It was in there fucking, and the crazy part is a video had gotten shared. I don't know where the video was. I saw a screenshot of the video because
No.
I remember it was on Facebook talking about it because it was before Yik Yak got popular. There used to be a Facebook page that was VSU Confessions,
Mm.
and you could
It's that.
literally like message. You could either message the page or they had like a spreadsheet, and you could put in or Google like a Google response
Yeah.
thing, and you could like put in your confession. And dog, they were talking about it. And of course, me being a freshman, I'm like, bro, what? And so I'm texting, I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Ain't no way nobody was in there fucking. And somebody replied to my comment with a screenshot of the video. I was like, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Why are y'all doing that?
Cause
Go to
why are
your
y'all
dorm.
doing it? I mean, of course, look, they were on the 3rd floor. They were at the very top. They thought they were being
Mhm.
slick in one of those back study rooms.
Nah.
I bet you they got expelled too.
Probably.
Because not only is that against school policy, that's also like a felony.
Alright, that is indecent
That is
exposure.
public indecency, indecent exposure. Yikes!
You're going to jail.
This is a mess, dog.
What's up for them? Where they at now?
I wonder. I think about that a lot sometimes. Where I'll be like, I wonder where they at now. Like one dude, and I know this is a crazy guy to pull up, but the guy that was walking on the American flag that happened right before you
Yeah.
showed up, I often think
Yeah.
about what happened to him because I remember how it ended, how the whole saga ended. He ended up being found and arrested in Florida. But I
Mm.
don't know what happened after that because I remember it was so much news, it made the newspaper back in Moultrie. That's how I found out that he got
I mean,
arrested.
it made the news up here.
Yeah,
'Cause I
I
remember hearing about it.
dog being there on campus as it was happening live. Dog,
I bet that was crazy.
it was so wild. They canceled class one Friday because like people that were like, oh, well, we're going to stand for the flag. We're not going to stand for somebody walking on the American flag. They ended up having a quote unquote parade. It was a ride. It was a ride along. They basically rode around BSU's campus. And like they
Mm,
were on, what was that, North Oak? They rode up and
mm.
down that street basically and was like right there in front of the front lawn, and they canceled classes because of the tensions getting so high. I remember that.
Well, I looked it up.
Yeah. Did he end up going to jail?
So he did spend 15 months in Cobb County Jail
That's crazy.
for felony aggravated assault and misdemeanor, hindering a person making a 911 call
Ah
that
shit.
violated the terms of his probation.
Okay, so he got probation because of
He,
the. Well, I'm assuming he got probation because of the gun in the book bag on campus, and then when he was caught, he ended up with probation. And then he violated the probation. That's crazy.
and then an indictment filed. In March 11th of 2018, he struck and attempted to strangle a woman and tried to keep another woman from calling for help.
That's crazy. That's like I'm not gonna lie. Standing there listening to him talk was one thing, but knowing that he's like that, I'm just like, dog. Like
He was
you.
actually banned from BSU campus.
Yep, yep. I think he got banned after the gun was found.
Yeah.
Like, dog. You could have, like, you really could have went like crazier, but then you messed up by doing all of that. I don't know if you
Literally.
remember. Do you remember the woman that got arrested because of it? Did you remember hearing about that?
The woman.
Yes. So after he initially did the whole thing with the flag, he
Mm,
was out there doing another demonstration, and a U.S. vet, like she was an army veteran, she
mm,
takes the flag and tries to run off with it. And so, of course, he's like, yo, that's my property, dog. Like, I don't care if
right.
I'm stepping on it or not. That's my property. So the police show up. They try to get it from her. She's like, no, I don't care. You're not going to disrespect the flag. Blah, 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 blah. So they arrest her because they were like, no, you did steal his property. Like, that's his. So you stole it. And so they arrested her. And you know the funniest part about it, though?
Mm.
After she got arrested, it came out that she had done nude photos with an American flag.
So.
And her whole reason for taking the flag from him is because she was like, you're not going to disrespect the flag like that. But then she did like nude photos with an American flag beforehand.
Mm. So the Cobb County thing happened after the Miami thing.
I figured.
Mm.
Also, mind you,
Hmm.
this was before the days of OnlyFans. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like OnlyFans would have went crazy back in our time in college.
Oh yeah, they were stupid.
It would have went crazy, bro. Talking about like college celebrities. Talking
Mm,
about
mm.
there would have been some women that would have had BSU on a string because it's like it's just like I can see that there are multiple professors that are subscribed to me. You don't even play. You know there probably would have been multiple professors subscribed to multiple students.
Oh, more than likely, yeah. At that point, you know she passed in every class.
Right. I ain't gonna count. I can't even deny. I probably would have tried to dip my toe in it if it would have been around during my college days, back when I was like reckless and didn't have no like ideas of the world and my digital footprint.
Right, like no consequences happen. Consequences aren't real in college.
They well, they are, but they aren't. You know.
You're in college. You're having fun.
Dog. Just thinking about some of that stuff, bro. Ah, as wild and ridiculous. Truthfully though, I ain't gonna lie. If I could go back and re-experience the things I experienced without any changing of it, I would do it again. I would. Like if I had to go back through and it would be the exact same, I'd do it.
I would change one or two things, but
Like
for the most part, I keep everything the same.
don't get me wrong. If I could change some stuff, I absolutely would change a couple things. But like by and large, like if a deity came down and was like, "Hey, so I can send you back to right before you started college, and you just have to go through college the exact same way. You can't change anything. You just get to relive it. Do you want to do it? I would. I would. I had a good time.
Well, I guess.
I had a good, I had a good time. Hey, getting to do even half the shit that I got to do within my first 2 years was enough of a like bargaining chip for me, because becoming, oh my goodness, hold on, y'all. Oh my goodness. Aw, thanks, babe. Um,
I don't know about your dinner.
yeah. So, I'm gonna get back to my stuff. I'm gonna get back to my I'm gonna get back to it in a moment. So, for the audio listeners, my wife, my loving wife, just brought me a plate of food, and this is smothered chicken, correct? Smothered chicken with mashed potatoes, and as you can see, boom, you see the mashed potatoes right there. You see the chicken.
That boy go eat your food, man. It's gonna be cold.
Listen, we love it, and I'm gonna be honest with you. She was telling me beforehand. She was like, "Oh, I'll just bring it while you guys are recording, and you can just eat while you're recording." I'm like, "I'm not gonna eat while I'm recording," and she was like, "Why not? It's not gonna be fresh by the time you get done." And I was just like, "It'll still be fresh. It's the same night you cooked it." She was like, and I was like, "Fine."
It's not the same.
Listen, studio audience, would it have been the same? I'm gonna ask you, man to man, would it have been the same?
No,
Say what?
there'd be a different level of freshness and
Oh my lord.
It's different.
You just saying that. You just saying that because you don't want your fiance to be upset with you.
Listen, he's saying that because he want to eat tonight. Like
You know what?
you
That's
want to eat
fair.
tonight, right? If you want to eat your dinner tonight,
Mm, it's good. Oh yeah, it's real good.
see,
So,
and it wouldn't be as good for one if it was cold.
so I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I do slightly apologize. So I'm gonna be kind of eating in between. Um, but yeah, man. I'd go back. I will say, if I could go back and change some stuff though, I would change my dating life for sure.
Mm.
Um, I would also change my academic life because I'll admit I fell short a couple times of where I wanted to be during college.
Yeah.
So I would buckle down a little bit harder, and then on top of it, I would just go back and play the lottery, like especially now if I could go back with the knowledge of what I know now. Yeah, I'm playing the lottery, dog. I know the winning
Hmm.
numbers.
See, I don't have the memory of that. I'm betting on the elections.
Nah, only reason I remember it is because I remember right after my senior or my freshman year of college, we had, I think it was right after my freshman year of college. It was either right after my freshman year or right before my freshman year. One of those summers. I remember that the numbers had gotten the highest it had been in like a long time. Like we're talking like triple digit millions, almost moving up towards a billion. I want to say it was like 700, 800 million, something like that.
Mm.
And the only reason I remember that specifically is because I remember everybody in my family that lived in my hometown was playing it. And we were talking about like how we were like picking the numbers we were picking. I remember that. And I remember my uncle trying to say like, "Oh, use the birthday numbers of family members because those are like better." Da 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 da. I'm just like, I don't think that's how that works, though. That's very superstitious.
That's what my grandma does. She plays everybody's birthday. Any special event, she's gonna play it. Any date she can find. You buy a car, she wants your license plate number so she
Lord.
can play it. She's that lottery player.
Nah, I
Even
will
when
it.
we even when we got engaged, she asked for his birthday.
That's crazy.
I was like, let it go. No, because I don't give her nothing else. Because the one time I went with her to the gas station,
Yeah.
I told her, I said, Granny, play my birthday. She's like, no, I already played your birthday. I said, no, 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 play my birthday. She didn't play it. Guess what hit that night? My birthday.
That's crazy.
I said, you're going to learn to listen to me one day.
I do have I do have a lady in, well, she technically, she's family. She's family. I can't even, she's one of those, like, not blood, but she's still family type people.
Yeah.
She told me some time back, she was like, yeah, every now and again I'll dream about some numbers and I'll tell somebody the numbers and they'll go and try to play and they'll win a couple $100, a couple $1,000. In the back of my mind, I was like, you be dreaming of numbers and don't be telling me?
See, that's what I would do. I would dream of no. I would use numbers in my for my dreams.
Like, how dare you throw me, how dare you? You know I am a struggling young adult. Throw them numbers my way so I can get a couple $1,000. It won't change my life drastically, but it'll definitely put me in a better position.
Right, I can get me a nice meal for a night. Yeah, get me a
Man,
seafood boil more than once every 3 months.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought about playing the lottery while we were in Canada.
Do they have the lottery in Canada?
They do. Well, they don't have the Powerball and the Mega Millions, but they have like their
Yeah.
own version. But my whole thing is like, I don't know if it would be worth. Because I want to say it was at like 8 million, the one that I saw when we passed one of those like bodegas. The
Mm-hmm.
thing said like, I want to say it said like 8 million Canadian dollars. And I was like, that's not going to translate very well to American dollars. Because uh, Canadian money is not like the dollar for Americans are strong in Canada.
Can you even play the Canadian lottery as an American
Yeah, you
and
can.
win?
You can. You just would get your prize in Canadian money. And then the taxes on it would be fucking shit.
Mm.
Uh,
Well, they
I will say though, I will say that like the price on Canadian money is crazy because Gabby and I went to an arcade one night and I bought two of the credit like the cards to play the games,
mm.
and it was two $50 cards, so it ended up being $100. I paid for it thinking, okay, yeah, $100. Boom. I look at my account, it only charged me like $65. I was like, oh,
It's like, it's
oh,
like absolutely less.
right. Then there was something I bought that was like, no. Then I went back and put 50 more credits on it. It only was like $35. I was like,
They be
yes.
mad.
I was like, don't do this to me. Don't tell me that I could just save up a couple 100,000 and then go to Canada and ball out.
Yeah,
Cause that's not what I need to know right now. I don't need to know that.
that's exactly the kind of information you want. What you need.
Speaking of Canada, let me say something right here, right now. Canadians have been lying.
Oop.
Them
Oh, what?
motherfuckers are not nice at all. I ain't gonna lie. They're kind of nice, but they're not like the type of nice that you see on like social media and TVs and movies and stuff. They're not that nice. One, customer service all but does not exist in Canada.
Oh,
They will look at you and be like, "Is that it? Okay, cool. All right."
I love that
And
for them.
that's how they will treat you. We went to so many places. I want to say maybe like two or three people actually was like happy and like was like happy to see us because we went to a Margaritaville and the lady was like, and the lady was so nice and she was just like, "Oh my gosh, where are you guys coming from and what are you guys doing up here and blah blah blah." Like Like, she kept conversation going the entire night. Also, another disparaging thing about Canada, they don't have spatial awareness to save their fucking lives. Dog,
Hey,
you could be walking down the sidewalk, walking into somebody, they will see you coming and will just not move. Granted, you can take a couple steps out of the way, they're not moving whatsoever. They'll just like move their shoulder or something, they're going to stay on the same path. They're not going to leave space.
well,
And don't let it be a group. Oh my God, we were Gabby and I were behind a group that had gone to one of those like because it was on like one of those tourist strips, and the strip
mhm.
and the place that we stopped sold like Dippin' Dots, popcorn, pretzels, stuff like that. And so there was a group. They ordered. They literally took like 2 steps away from the window, not leaving very much space for us to step up to the window. So we literally had to be like, "Excuse us, hello, like, get out the way." So there were so many times during our trip where I literally had to like put bass in my voice and like, "Excuse me," so that way people would move, because they would literally just stop in the middle of like a walkway and just have a conversation and just not even be concerned with the fact that there were people behind them or the fact that the people trying to walk by them. They'll just stop and stand. And I'm just like, don't make the American come out of me.
Let's not be the rude Americans
Right.
in the Canadian.
I'm not going to be the rude American, but y'all are really trying to bring it out of me.
How about not do that to Canadians?
I will say, one of the cool things though, one of the positives that I will say, I don't know about positive, but I think it's funny. The Canadian accent that is said in like media, they're like, "Oh, don't you know?" Just like, "Oh,"
Mhm.
it's like, "Oh, I know all about that." Like that accent,
Mhm.
Canadians 100% have that accent, but
That's so funny, actually.
it's not as thick as like the media portrays it.
Mm.
That's the difference. Like they have the accent for sure, not as thick. Also, another funny thing that I thought was actually kind of humorous: maple syrup is absolutely one of their like chief things that they put their flag on.
I love that so
Cause,
much.
Cause we were in
It's
one
so.
of those like tourist welcome buildings, and there was
Mm.
literally a little section in the front that was a syrup bar. Like you could go up and you could do like taste test with the syrup, and I was like, "Dog, what?"
I was like diabetes.
Bro, it was great though. I ain't even gonna lie. And the crazy part is they don't put anything in their syrup. Like unless it's like a flavored syrup, like they put like peppers and stuff in it to give it like a sweet and
Mm.
spicy kick. They don't put anything in their syrup.
Mm.
Or at least that's according to what the syrup lady told us.
Syrup lady.
Yes, I just call her the syrup lady because I did not get her name. I didn't see a name tag. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't see hardly any name tags while we were in Canada.
They didn't want you to know their names.
I didn't see. I think I might have seen one name tag, maybe one. It was a wild time. Um, I will say, Toronto, I mess with it. Downtown Toronto is what I imagine New York City would be like, except not nearly as busy. Like it was congested, but it wasn't like bad congested. Like you could walk down the sidewalk and not feel like, oh, I'm about to bump into 80 million people. Like it was a good time. It was a good time. I had a good time. My wife had a good time. My father-in-law, my brother-in-law, we all had a good time. Niagara Falls, 100% is beautiful. One of the most beautiful places I have ever seen in my life. Literally, the hotel we were staying at, look across, and Niagara Falls was right there. Like literally the American side and the Canadian side. Which, full disclosure, right here, I'm gonna say it. I did not know before we went to Niagara Falls that there was an American side and the Canadian side. I did not know that. I just thought it was one fall. I was like, oh, it's one waterfall. Love that. That is awesome. There are two sides. There's an American side that you can only get to the edge of it by being on the American side. There's the Canadian side that you can only get to the edge of it by being on the Canadian side. I was like, dog, that's crazy. I did not know that. I'm surprised. I am shocked. I am flabbergasted.
More you learn.
My flabbers are aghast.
The gases flabbers of Canada.
Oh yeah. And we even, I will say, you could go to Niagara, spend a week there, and you probably still wouldn't do everything that you could do at Niagara Falls. Literally, we did like 3 things in one day, and it took up basically the entire day. Like one of our stops took like 2 hours because it's a tour of a power station that they used to use all the way back during like World War One. We went 200 and I think it was 236 feet underground. It was over 230 feet underground.
What the hell?
And when it spit us out, so like we went underground, we went into a tunnel, and then when we got to the end of the tunnel to like a little area that you could walk out, you're literally at level with where the falls dump down into the river. Like we were at that level. It was it was beautiful. Beautiful.
Maybe I'll get to Canada one day.
Oh yeah, you should. Absolutely. You 100% should. I will admit, I wish there were less people in the tunnel because I got a chance to. I sang in the tunnel. I did both Hoist the Colors, the sea shanty, and then I did the Halo theme song. And I sang both of them, and the acoustics in that tunnel, wonderful. The musician in me was so happy. It was so happy. What irritated me though was that there were people who didn't appreciate the type of acoustics in the tunnel. So literally, you just hear people randomly going, "Boo, boo, boo," and it's just like, dog. I understand.
Everyone doesn't have musician ears.
Yes, but at the same time, I'm like, dog. I understand. Echoes, funny, fun. I love that. But when you hear the sound of your own voice echoing around you, did that not make you want to sing? Dog, I had my lisp. Oh my God. That was so hard. That lisp, oh my God. Dog. I physically felt that lisp that time. Like, dog.
Just dress.
I don't even want to keep talking about what I was talking about, honestly. Like that just kind of fucked up my whole. Huh?
Scared the list won't come back?
Bro, that's the thing. I talk so fast that some people actually don't hear it, but my list has been around forever. Like, it got really bad in high school, and then it just stayed forever. Like,
Ew.
Like it was bad in high school. Like it got bad in high school. I want to say around my junior year, it really developed, and I was like, what is happening?
That's highly unfortunate, my guy.
Bro, it was. I will admit though, there was one girl that said that she thought my list was cute, and I was just like, it's not though. I'm very self-conscious about it. Please leave me alone. And she kept pointing it out whenever I would lisp, and I'd be like, please stop, please, please, please. I understand you think it's cute, but it hurts my heart. It does a little bit. It does a little bit. Because I
already did it on purpose.
No, because the thing is, I found out later after me and her like grew apart or like distanced ourselves from each other that apparently she had like a huge crush on me, and that was her way. Like that was her way of like showing that she had a crush, was like finding something that she found cute or whatever, and then like honing in on that thing. And I'm just like,
That's very random.
It was very random, and I didn't like it, and it hurt my heart, and it hurt my feelings. And even though I did hope and wish for the best for her, I was like, dog, I don't want her around me
But
no more. Because how dare you?
yeah, like girl, cut the list talk. Find anything else to talk about and keep pushing sweets.
Right.
You chowing down there, my guy. Is it good?
It is. It's very good.
It looked like it.
Like
You
I'm
eat it
really
like it's good.
I'm really trying not to be rude with how I'm doing this. Cause like it's
No,
really
you eat
good.
it. Yeah, eat it right now, bro.
When it's good, it's good.
Shut
Dog,
up.
dog. I was trying not to smack in the microphone because like I had to bend down because I didn't want y'all to see me like bite into the chicken. I'm trying my hardest, man.
Nah, bro, you turn that shit up.
Hey, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Huh. And wait till you be eating.
Look, man. I this is a first. This is a first for the Drunk Texting podcast. Not a first for every podcast, because I know for a fact that the Distractible podcast they eat while they have their podcast going. Because if you're caught up on the or if you're caught up on Distractible, literally they have this thing because I don't the point system that they do. They have a wheel now, and one of the wheel spin options is ate the most during the episode.
Damn.
I'm
Feel like you're
good.
struggling.
I'm good.
I don't think you
No,
are. You sound like you're struggling.
no, it's because the chicken like tried to slide out of my hand when I was biting it.
Yeah. Sure.
You know what? You're not gonna do this to me, okay?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just
Yes, you
here,
are.
bro.
You're being judgmental.
I'm just here.
Don't be jealous because I got food.
Listen, I will have food.
Yeah, but you ain't got none right now. Ah,
I will have food when I cook it.
ain't even cooked. Mm-mm-mm.
No, I didn't. Not yet. Ain't
Tragic.
cooked yet.
Tragic. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you guys remember. Cast your minds back 2 weeks. Um, we did a very special episode where it was "Hear Me Out," and it was myself, the lovely Miss Kristal, studio audience, aka James, and my lovely wife, Gabby. Now, we did that, and we also encouraged you all to give us your hear me outs because we will list them down and we'll judge them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not expecting friend of the podcast, also clipper of said podcast, Rob. I did not expect him to come in full force the way he did. But I have his list. We're going to go through his list and we're going to talk about them. This man gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 options. And we're going to go through
Nine.
all 9 and we're going to talk about them because he even gave reasoning for why he chose different ones. We're going to go from the top, go all the way down. We're going to start with Jewel from Rio. Also, I just want to take a moment to say, for the visual people, the people that are watching today's episode, I'm not putting the pictures up. You can search them. And the only reason I say that is because I edit the episodes, and that's a lot of editing. Literally, my
Okay.
computer crashed. Literally, my computer crashed the last time I was trying to edit last 2 weeks ago's episode. So I'm not, and the reason literally is because of the fact of like, I was trying to do too much at one time. I was editing, I was watching a video, I was downloading something. It was too much. But at the same time, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm sorry. You look them up. I promise you, you will understand who these people are, and also because some of these are like you should know them if you listen or watch any type of like media. Excuse me. So we're gonna start with Jewel from Rio, and his reasoning is because she can shake that tail feather. My goodness
She's a
gracious.
bird.
Dog, you know what though? we starting hot and heavy, and I appreciate it.
She's a bird.
Starting hot and heavy, and I love it.
She's a bird, bro. A bird.
Oh, trust me, that's not the worst one on this list.
Oh my god.
For me, that one's going in the. I'm not judging, but I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm not judging. No judgment. Next up on the list, Puss in Boots. And the reason,
Who?
the smoothness, the accent, hella hot, hella sexy. I ain't gonna lie. This is we 2 for 2. No judgment. Like I understand where you're coming from. I ain't even gonna cap. Especially the accent. Listen, I'm a sucker for a good ass accent. Like dog. You give me a good ass accent, I'm a sucker. I like say that to me again. I'm like them girls from the episode of Dexter's Laboratory. Say it again, Dexter. Omelette du fromage. Like
And
I.
that nigga just put my fucking cheese on me. Shut up.
They ain't know that. They ain't know that.
They should know that.
Mm-mm. Okay, so this next one, I'm not gonna lie to you. I just saw this one for the first time. This next one is an immediate get out for me. Like this one is a get out, a firm get out for me.
Oh, okay.
Dory from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, get out.
Here's his
That's
reasoning.
what I'm gonna get out.
Here's his reasoning. That's the
No,
ultimate. That's your ultimate. Have your fun and don't have to worry about calling her the next day. You can do it over and over again. Dog.
no.
Dog.
She's a fish. She's a literal fish with a family.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
Very
has
true.
her found family.
With a family. Alright. So the next one. I'm letting you know. We're going on the other end of the spectrum. 100% I'm listening. 1,000% I'm listening. You ready for it? You ready? You ready? You ready? Judy Hopps from Zootopia. Don't look at me like that.
No, I'm not. No. No.
James, back me up here, bro. Back me up.
I'm listening.
Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird.
I don't want to hear it, Miss. Because didn't you also agree to the tiger from Zootopia?
You did.
No, it was a tiger from Kung Fu Panda. There's a difference.
And still, that's still an anthropomorphic animal.
Still, it's a little rabbit.
I ain't
little rabbit.
even gonna give my 2 cents. I'm not.
It's a little rabbit, and I can't get with that little rabbit.
I'm not gonna say my 2 cents.
Can't
I'm gonna leave
do
it alone.
it. I can't do it. Just a little rabbit.
I'm not gonna give my 2 cents.
That's
But,
just all you get, okay?
No.
but here's
I would not be okay with it, even if she was taller. No.
oh no. Oh, I just read his reasoning.
Do we want to know his reasoning?
Oh, you're gonna know. It doesn't matter if you want to or not. You're gonna know.
I don't think I want to know.
Oh, you're gonna know. I'm sorry. She hella cute. ... I'm sure that old face is spectacular.
Oh my god. No.
Rob!
I'm
Rob!
calling the police.
Flag on the play, dog. Listen, I know it's hear me outs, but dog, flag on the play. Flag on the play, dog. Oh. I'll admit though. He might got a point.
No. There's no point.
This next one, I already know. You're gonna have to look up. James probably will know it. Psycho Mantis from the Metal Gear Solid series.
Really interesting.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like I feel like I feel like late college era me, so like my senior year of college me, would absolutely have been like, I'm listening. For me, this one is a no judgment, and his reasoning already got the S&M gear on, telepathy and telekinesis. Talk about the ultimate orgasm,
No,
dog. This man,
stop
this
it right now.
you know what though?
Stop it.
He stands firm in it, and I
Stop.
appreciate that.
He should be ashamed.
He stands firm in his hear me out, and I appreciate that. He's not
Isn't
wishy washy about it.
Psychomantis, isn't Psychomantis the boss on the PS2 that caused people to think that their memory cards were wiped or something?
I believe so. Yes, I think that's that boss. Yes.
Jail. Under the jail, actually.
How? That was not that bad.
The jail.
Comparatively speaking, that was not that bad.
Under the jail. Now, nigga.
All right, we're on to the next one. We're gonna move on to the next one. The next one, Ursula from The Little Mermaid. I'm gonna put that one in the no judgment. Just not for me. I'll be honest.
I can also put that as a no judgment. I get it, but as a person in a show earlier said, it's interesting. I'm just not interested.
There we go. His reasoning though. Well, they say that big girls work harder, and she got all them tentacles. Just saying. Oh man, every so far every response has taken like years off of Kristal's life, and I can just physically see it happening with every single response.
I just get more and more disappointed with every response.
You shouldn't be. After all we know from Rob, you should not be at all.
That's the thing. It's not the choices, it's the reasonings that just.
I can't even really be. I can't even be really wrong with you on that one. But this next one, I have no judgment on this one. I'm going to say that, and only because I know that there is like a niche cult following for this one specific person. Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove.
Get out.
Reasoning. You know her old ass be wearing dentures. Ever had a gummy? That sure is a different feeling. Now, before we take another moment, I want to know, Rob, and I know you're going to message me about this. What do you mean that is a different feeling?
What do you mean that is a different feeling? What do you mean that is a different feeling, dog? Do you mean to tell me that you've experienced that? Dog, I have questions. And to be honest, even though I have questions, I feel like I'm going to be afraid to ask. What do you mean, dog?
What do you mean, my guy? Because what the hell?
Ugh.
She is conniving.
She
look like that.
We got two more. And I'm going to be honest with you, both of these are I'm listening. Both of them. Both of them are I'm listening. The first one, Sully from Monsters, Inc.
What?
100% I'm listening. I got
Okay.
Reasoning. Y'all talked about Baymax being loving and tender. I think Sully fits that bill.
Yeah. I'll listen for that reasoning as well. I'll listen for that reason. That's the first one I completely agree on with.
All right, this last one, I think James is going to have to look it up for you. Kratos from the God of War series. And his reasoning. Because sometimes I don't want to be held. I want to be held down and ravished. I think Kratos would rock me. I said I was listening. And then I read the reasoning, and now it's a no judgment.
What I somehow I didn't know who that was, but I knew who it was.
Dog.
No judgment. No judgment. I can maybe see it's a no for me, dog, but I can maybe see.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. That's how I'm feeling right now, dog.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna
that.
lie.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed and concerned.
Cause what do you mean, dog? First, Rob, this is a personal message out to you, and I'm not trying to call you out when I say this, but your big ass should not feel that way. Yo big ass, you are like 6'3", my boy. You should not be talking about well, sometimes I don't want to be held. I want to be held down. Yo big ass shouldn't be held down. Because if you being held down, that is a problem. Dog.
I mean,
Uh, uh. It went from I'm listening to a no judgment solely because of that reasoning. Dog, I can't. Hands up. Kratos is an attractive character. I can admit that. Objectively. But no. We're not going that far, dog. Listen. I draw the line. Like I said in the last episode, there is a level to it, and I draw the line firmly at I'm a fear for my life during the course. Like that is that line, dog. If I feel like I'm a fear for my life, out of here. I'm out of here, dog. Pineapple, orangutan. I don't know something. I don't know what the thing for it is at this point. Fire
me out of
truck,
here.
fire truck, ketchup, red. I don't know. Things that are red.
Ketchup.
Tomato. I don't know, dog.
Just absolutely not.
Right.
I I've definitely lost 3 years of my life listening.
Ah.
All the judgment in the world. We listen and we judge here.
I don't judge, but dog, I'm
I
definitely.
judge.
I know you do. We all know you do. We've seen it
I'm not
happen
about to
on
lie
this
and say I
podcast.
don't. But I do. I don't kink shame. I kink judge.
I feel like that's worse though.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm not gonna shame you for what you like, but I am gonna judge it.
I feel like that's almost worse.
No.
I do. I think that is almost worse.
A lot of times I'm judging. I'm not gonna tell you I'm judging.
But you can read it on your face. I'm literally looking in your face, and I see the judgment.
Well,
I'd
at
feel
least I
worse.
didn't. At least I'm not publicly shaming you for it.
You might as well be. This is a
I'm
public
not.
podcast.
I'm not. I'm letting you do what you do. I'm just over here
Shame.
minding my business.
No, you're not. How dare you?
I'm just minding my
No,
business.
you're not. How dare you? Mm-mm-mm.
Well,
That's a good one. To be honest, I hope I can find some more people to give me some hear me out because I want to keep this going. This has been fun.
oh wait, I got a couple of hear me outs from my Discord.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Hold on, let me get them for you. Let me pull them out because some of them are a little out of pockety. Um, let's see. I gotta scroll back. This is a conversation from a minute ago. Yeah, we. I don't know who started the conversation, but it was definitely a conversation to be had. Judgments were made. Yeah. Oh my
Not
god.
the judgments were made. Wait a minute. Were
There's
they that
plenty of
bad?
judgments.
Were they that bad?
I mean, a few of them were very. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Some of them were very tame. Some of them were like, where did this even come from, bro?
Oh Lord. I don't know how I feel about that.
The first one was one of the robots from the movie Robots. The yellow female robot from Robots.
Hold on, let
That
me
was
see.
voiced by Amanda Bynes. Someone said Victor from the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Hold on. I gotta go back to. Oh, that robot,
Yeah.
Piper Pinwheeler. Nah, not that. You know what? I'll put that one in no judgment.
I don't know.
And it said the next one was Victor,
Victor from the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
the statue.
I think he's a statue.
Dog, the statue.
Yeah.
The statue,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That is a get out.
Let's see what else. What else we got? What else we got? I don't even know what the fuck that is. Someone said Arthur.
You mean like from the Arthur, like from the kids show
AARBARK Arthur.
Arthur the Aardvark.
Yes, Arthur the
Oh,
Aardvark.
oh my God! Get out! Get out! Get all the way out!
We got Rut from Brother Bear.
Hold. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. The moose. The moose. Oh, I wanted to make sure I had it right. Oh God. Oh
Yeah,
God.
Lightning McQueen.
Oh.
Lightning
Oh.
McQueen. Yeah.
Lightning McQueen. You know, Lightning McQueen. No judgment. No judgment. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah. Kowalski from Madagascar. He's one of the penguins.
I know exactly which one Kowalski is. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a get out. It's a get out. I gotta give that one a get out. I can't.
We have I think he's a raccoon from Over the Hedge.
No.
On like the helmet looking thing.
Dog.
Conniving criminal.
Dog, no.
Someone said the guards from Emperor's New Groove. They're
I'm
like half
listening.
pink, half guards.
I'm listening.
Someone said Bagheera from the Jungle Book.
No judgment. No judgment. I
don't know
understand. Huh?
I don't know what this one's from. It's just like it's like a fucking. I don't know what the fuck this is.
That.
Is these a feather duster?
Yes, I want to say that's from Brave Little Toaster.
It might be. I don't know.
I want to say that's from Brave. Hold on, let me see.
Is it?
Huh? I'm not sure
I don't know
because
either.
I don't see it. You need to ask them what that's from, so we can get.
Somebody else said the coat hanger from Beauty and the Beast.
Get out. What's with your people and inanimate objects, dog?
Somebody said Gromit from Wallace and Gromit.
Get out again. Get out again.
Somebody said Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And they did the one from like the weird, the creepy looking one.
Which one?
Kind of look live action-y.
So the
When
no.
the turtles was weird.
So the live action movie.
Yeah, they put that picture.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Someone said Gil from Finding Nemo. Which
Oh no! No judgment, but oh my God, that's funny.
same person who said Donatello also said Chicken Little.
Oh, I could understand the dad from Chicken Little, but Chicken Little himself. Nah, dog, get out, get out.
And they said Venom.
And then it's
Someone said Venom. Venom.
That's a get out only because of the fact that like just about everybody said that Venom is on the hear me out list.
They said Venom! Exclamation point. I mean, look at that tongue.
And again, I say that's a get out because Venom is on basically everybody's Hear Me Out. Just about. Like, you would have a.
Almost.
The what?
No, finish your statement.
I was going to say, you would have a harder time finding people that Venom wasn't on their Hear Me Out list than people that have Venom on their Hear Me Out list.
Mm-mm. Okay, some of these are normal. Someone said Man Ray from SpongeBob.
No judgment. I understand. No judgment.
And they're going with regular. What the fuck? Oh, right, that was him. I don't know
Wait.
what this is.
Wait. I don't know if I don't like how you just said that.
What?
Yeah, just like, oh, that's from him. Like
That's
this
from
is just
him. We already criticized. We already shamed him for it.
oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck this is.
That is I wanna say that's
I don't
from
know
a
what the fuck.
video game?
I don't know what the fuck it is, but
Hmm.
I I don't know what that. Someone just said F from Alphabet Lore.
Get out.
F from Alphabet. Archibald Asparagus from VeggieTales.
Get out. Get out. Oh god.
Little Frog from Flushed Away.
Get out.
Yeah, this person is wily. She wily. Someone said Goro from Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
I am sick. I am sick and disgusted.
I'm listening.
Sick and disgusted. Uh, Cosmo from Fairly Odd Parents, and I'm gonna preface this picture. They
Oh
said
no.
specifically this Cosmo.
I swear to God, if you say from the version of him, oh, you know what? Just for that picture, get out. I thought you were gonna be like, oh, it's the Cosmo from like the unearthed like early like trial pilot episode that never aired. I thought you were gonna go with that Cosmo.
Someone said the Cinnamon from Applejacks.
Though,
Cinnamon.
no judgment, no judgment. I had to think about that one. I ain't gonna lie. The cinnamon made my childhood with no commercial.
Someone said Handy Manny.
Dog, Handy Manny.
Someone said Monty from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Wait, Monty. Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on.
That's the alligator.
Yeah. That's why I was like, wait. So, which specifically are we talking about? Monty from the Okay, that Monty. Yeah, all right, cool. I was wondering. I was like, are we talking about like the first game, the second game? Which technically, that's not like that is Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's not like main canon / main lore. Five Nights at Freddy's, like that's still within the Five Nights at Freddy's universe. But you know what? Let's stop right. Let me stop right there because I can go on an entire like deep dive on Five Nights at Freddy's. Like you know those posts on social media that's like if you quick if you had to give a 60-minute presentation on one subject and you had no preparation, what subject? It goes professional wrestling, Five Nights at Freddy's, Super Mario Brothers, Halo. Like I got you.
Fair.
I got you.
That was all the crazy hear me outs from this.
That's
The rest of them were normal, like Shigo and Jimmy's mom. Like, man, those are lame.
okay,
You
but
want the
like you know what's funny? Jimmy's mom pops up on so many. I've only ever seen like one Hear Me Out list where Jimmy's dad popped up, and I'm like, dog, y'all are not gonna sit here and clown Hugh Neutron as if this man wasn't one of the best cartoon dads, one of the best cartoon husband. This man had the comedic timing that some of these real life comedians wished they had. Dog, literally, I got reminded of a clip from an episode. He gets an electric bill. He walks into the company and is like, "This bill is outrageous. I'm not gonna pay it." And like he's like going off, and he like slams down the bill, and all of the power in the city goes off at that exact moment. And he turns back to the lady and is like, "I didn't realize you guys were this strapped for cash. Do you take a check?" Like, what? Like
The city sound bad.
that was wonderful.
Just a shame. A shame and a half is what it is.
It's wonderful. Hugh
It's a
Neutron,
shame.
truthfully, would have been on my hear me out list. If I would have had more space, he would have ended up on my hear me out list. To be fair, both of them would have ended up on my hear me out list. Both the mom and Jimmy's mom and dad, they both would have. In fact, there probably would have been a package deal. Like I would have said both of them as one.
Crazy.
Okay, but you're not gonna sit here and tell me that he is not. Whoo! I don't know if I can say that. I don't know. Ooh, I don't know if I can say that. I don't think I.
We're not gonna say it. We ain't gonna say it. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna leave that right where it's at.
You know what? We are. I might tell you after the fact. I might tell you after the fact. And if you know me in my personal life, you can ask me. But I'm not gonna say it on the podcast. I'm not saying it on the podcast. I can't. That is a line that I'm like, I don't know if I can cross that line just because of all the crazy things that we've talked about. I'm just like, I don't know if that is where I want to stick my flag in as me being somebody who has said that thing.
All right. Think wisely about these things.
I
Think
just
very wisely.
So I'm gonna leave that one where it's at. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else from Jimmy Neutron that I would put on my Hear Me Out list outside of those two.
What about the I forgot Beautiful Gorgeous, I think that was her name.
Oh, dog, that is a deep pull.
You think that was her name?
Yes. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really like. So I'm gonna pull up the specific picture. It's because of that I'm not really vibing. It's because of that.
Are you not doing
right
it with
there.
brides?
It's not doing it. No, it's just the way that she.
I think it's just her face.
And I don't like it.
Well, understandable. That's fair.
And I just don't like it.
She wasn't a likable person.
She wasn't a good person either. You know.
She was a scammer, I think.
Bro, she was absolutely trying to kill the spy dude.
Right.
Because she was gonna marry him to kill him, so that way she could take over the world.
That seems like a lot of extra steps.
And she hypnotized him.
She did.
No, I remember it now. She hypnotized him so that way whenever somebody said, "I have the ring," which would have been Jimmy, he would have went crazy and attacked him. And then he would have ended up I think going to jail so that way she could take over the world that way.
Yeah, but then everybody started screaming that I got the ring.
And they sang
And
it
they
too. Arguably top 3 best songs to come out of Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
The other one being, "Ain't no loving my man, shoo ah, ooh, ain't no loving my man, shoo ah, ooh." Man.
Most definitely.
Did I tell you I met Carl's voice actor?
I think you did.
I feel like I did. I feel like I mentioned it. Because I talked about how he cussed at us as Carl Weezer. He called us handsome sons of bitches. As Carl Weezer.
That's fun. That's different.
Still
I like when voice actors play around.
Absolutely. It is still a top 5 moment of my life. Was getting cussed at by Carl Weezer, being called handsome sons of bitches. Literally, it was like, "You stay away from Jimmy's mom, you handsome sons of bitches." Bro. Top 10 moment.
Yeah.
Top 5. We've actually gone. I will say, we've gone a lot longer than I expected us to. For a nonsensical episode, which was much ado about nothing, we actually
Very
went a
much.
lot longer than I expected. So I think we're gonna
Very.
cut it. I think we're gonna cut it here. But
Period.
before we do, I gotta finish my drink. As you can see, the line did not move too much. Hold on, finish this drink real quick. Hold on. Ah.
Are you looking at a menu? What are you looking at a menu for? That didn't answer my question, bro. Even I thought I heard the name.
Done. Ah.
Nice.
Whew. Whew, I'm gonna have to go lay down after this. No, because the bottom was all tequila.
Hell yeah.
I mixed it up and the bottom was all tequila.
Oh gosh. Sometimes.
But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. If you guys have enjoyed today's episode, please do us a favor. Like, comment, share, show it all over the place. Let everybody know that you are enjoying the Drunk Texting Podcast and get them to join and watch the Drunk Texting Podcast, listen to the Drunk Texting Podcast, because that's going to help us grow. Even though I'm going to be honest with y'all, I know for a fact that we will probably not hit that point of like growth until we hit the 2 year mark. And I say that because looking at the trend for just about every other podcast, especially the podcast that like I've followed since the beginning, that's how it's happened unless they've already been an established person ahead of time. Like the only podcast that I can think of that I followed from the jump that was already successful from the first episode was Distractable. And that's because Mark, Bob, and Wade were already established and they were known from YouTube before they started the podcast. Every other podcast
Yeah.
I've watched and have been a part of, they did not start to blow up until they hit like episode 100 or episode like 150. And I absolutely am talking about like the You Should Know podcast. Because I want to say they didn't start popping up for me until they were in like their 80s. They were like the 80s, their 60s. Between like the 60s and 80s, that's when they started to pop up. And I'm like, oh, wait, y'all are like 60 episodes in and y'all are just now starting to go viral on TikTok and Facebook and everything? Like, that's crazy. Cause I remember dropping in on, I think it was episode like 68. And I was like, where have y'all been all this time? How are we at 68 episodes? Where did y'all come from? But with that, you can find the podcast everywhere on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Bluesky, Reddit, Discord, TikTok. I think I said Instagram. I'll say Instagram again. Those are all the places that you can find us. You can also find me on all of those places at _YoungJB. That is at _YUNGJAYBEE. You can also find my alter ego Jack Miles on social media, all the social media platforms. Jack Miles the One or Sweeper Jack for TikTok. With that, Miss Kristal, please tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me everywhere at Kristal Duchesne, KRISTALDESHANE.
Absolutely, we love that. You know what I just thought about? There are some audio only listeners that don't know that I do the little hand thing every time.
Guess I gotta watch the video and see.
I gotta watch the video to see it. I do the little hand thing. There's a little hand thing that I do every time, and it's great, and I love it, and it makes me happy to do it. I get excited when I know she's about to say her social media handle, because I know I get to do my little dancey dance. I do my little dancey dance. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all next week. I don't know what we're going to do next week either. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to build it out. I might bring an anime review back because I just want to do that. But with that being said, we will see you all in the next episode. Please know that you are loved. You are appreciated. And we are so happy that you decided to join us here on this podcast right here. We will see you all on the next one. Love you. Mean it. Bye-bye.
If you or a loved one is struggling with alcohol abuse, dial the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline at 1-800-662-4357. The National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline provides information on alcohol and drug abuse, local treatment options, and support through hotline counselors who are there to help and speak with you about alcohol, drug, or family problems.